G'day, hi, and welcome. Alright. Something to show you here. I've got something wrong with my Hornsteiner violin. It's got gremlins in it. It's making horrible sounds. No, it's not my playing this time. Not this time. It's actually, I'll show you what it's doing, and I may have found a solution. A little bit of a thing here is, it's not quite a wolf tone, it's something else. It's like this horrible vibrations on certain notes. And it's tuned up. So it's, perfect pitch right there. None of the seams have come apart. Can't get in there, but... So the seams haven't come apart. Sound post is still in. The violin was repaired in, I guess, 73. I'm not sure the actual age of this violin, but it is a Hornsteiner. It's got a crack there and a crack there, and they were repaired in 73. And this thing has, the strings aren't new, they're from about last year, but I don't have a lot of playing time on this violin for the string wear. They're just, Dario preludes on there. But allow me to show you what it's doing. So I'll grab my bow. Oh, and whatever. So just listen for the sound I'm talking about. Normal. Normal. Can you hear it? So it's not doing it everywhere. Yeah, I'll go up each string. You can hear that there's like a distortion. So it sounds like a tractor trailer coming down the road. Or a train. It's most noticeable there. But so there's basically on the G and then on the A where it's the most prominent. So I'll show you the two worst spots. Anyway, you can hear the distortion from it, but you can really hear it here. You get it here every time almost. So here comes the train. Okay, so my only other suspect can be one of two things. So if you've heard all the noise now, so you can hear that distortion. These are not clear notes. There's something clearly vibrating in the violin. It's not the sound post. It's not my seams. It's not the top. I've tested the top, to see if any of these cracks had opened up again. They were repaired properly, I guess. So that wasn't it. So what does that leave you with? It leaves you with the sound rib on the inside, or something that somebody might not even consider. I don't know if you could see that, but you could see how that comes down a bit, right off the tuner. There's one just slightly touching the bottom of the violin. I even replaced if you've seen this video, violin in other videos, I even thought it might have been my cheek rest. Maybe it wasn't mounting up right or whatever, and I changed that. It wasn't that. The tool I use to fix this problem the best I can You might have a hard time getting one, but you could try it. If you could find one, it's a quick fix. It looks right like a normal business card. I got the business card, you know. Here's somebody else's, whose business card is? Yeah, this is a guy up in Renfrew, Ontario, anyway, so he's a violin shop. I haven't been in there yet. I'm going to have to go visit him. But I did this just to test it. And we'll go back to see if the train's coming along again. It's gone. It's gone. So, if you come across this problem, you're probably not going to want to keep a card sitting there while you're playing your violin. It might not look very professional, but it's okay. I'm a guitar player, not a violinist anyway. But yeah, that was the thing. It was just enough to stop that buzz. So you sometimes get it on your bridge too, and I knew it wasn't coming from the bridge because I did this bridge myself, and I made sure I got everything. I still got to bring it down maybe about 0.5 millimeter on it. Like the action is almost perfect. I'm almost perfect here. I did the action on this violin myself, and it actually is pretty good, but it's still a little bit high. So I'd like to take off maybe like not even 0.5 millimeter off the bridge. But other than that, it's pretty good. I can go from each string, no problem. But I set this violin up a little bit more for chord playing than soloing. But I wanted to be able to do the best of both. But that's so far the fix. So I got rid of my, because I knew it wasn't a wolf tone. It wasn't doing what they call a wolf tone. It was just doing something else. So that's maybe, and again, this time of year it is now outside. It's in the minuses. It's like been minus 30 all week kind of thing. Today it's nice and balmy, minus 15 out there. So I thought, well, maybe it was just a seasonal effect on it. In fact, the sounds were actually even worse yesterday when it was even colder. So, you know, we'll do that. You know, that's normal. But this thing, I tuned it up like 3 months ago. So, like, this thing is pretty solid. I mean, look at the size of it. It's almost like a child's viola. It's the largest, loudest violin I've ever seen in my life and heard in my life. But the case in point here is, that could be a quick fix. So it could be just the seasonal adjustments. Obviously things expand, they contract, and maybe it's just enough to make things touch. And anywhere something touches that's not solid or completely missing it, you're going to get a vibration. So that seems to be what it was in this case. Thank God it was nothing more serious. And yeah, there we go. So I think because this violin holds tuning so well, I might actually get, this is a Whitner tailpiece. They're like 25 bucks. Very good. It'd be perfect for the student, obviously, if you're a student, because it's easy to tune. It's a nice fine tuner. But to tell you the truth, this violin tunes up pretty. This thing is like, I mean, you could beat somebody senseless with this thing if you needed to. It's just such a solid violin. Give you just a quick my 1713 Stradivari copy. Look at how thin. I mean, you know, like they're both like, yeah. This one, look, even if I bring it closer, this one's still fatter. Look at the. You know, like this thing is almost like. It is such a large violin in comparison. So. Yeah, the way they made it, the heel, the neck on it is very, very, like, it feels like a mini viola. It really does. This is what they might have called an octave violin. I had octave strings on it at one point, which sounded cool, whatever. But I'll probably just get some Whitner gear tuners and put it on there and then go back to a nice tailpiece and get some more furniture for it. Yeah, make it look really, really pretty. But anyway, yeah, so that was the quick fix. Hopefully this might help out some people who might be experiencing. It could happen with your bridge. It wasn't obviously the bridge feet on this are solid on the violin the whole way across. There's no gap in there at all. Yeah, so it didn't leave me with too many things. And the fingerboard on this, I mean, again, this violin, I don't know the year of it. It is a Hornsteiner, so it could be early 1900s. There's a lot of labels and stuff in here, but it doesn't tell you. Like I say, it was repaired in, I guess, March 1973. Model 110. I don't know if that's means anything, that because that's probably after. But the actual label is, if I'm saying it right, Hornsteiner. No year in there, unfortunately. I wish there was, but the Hornsteiners, they weren't made yesterday. I don't think that. I think that was probably like from late 1800s to early to mid 1900s is when the Hornsteiners were made. I think. I have to look at the history again. I'm judging by the finish on this one. But that said, I'm glad it was a very quick, easy fix. So I'll just put something under there to kind of cushion it. I've seen people take like pieces of a cigarette pack or whatever, put it under their, E string. Because like this one, it came with these little. Each string had one. But the problem with the E, like it's starting to do here, starts to cut through, and then sometimes you'll get extra those little vibrations and stuff in there. So, or a more harshness out of it, especially out of cheaper strings like this. So it is what it is. It's always little things like that that end up catching up with you. But anyway, there we go. So I can play my Hornsteiner again without the train coming along. So I'm very happy with that. So maybe that might help you. All right, so there we go. Have yourselves a great day, eh?